Bonjour from Chamonix, Mont Blanc.
So Katerina and I are back in the mountains, and we are spending a week in the French Alps. Super excited because if you've been following the channel for a while, then you know I was born and raised in Calgary, Alberta, which is a stone throws away from Banff. And we spent 4 years, well, not 4 years together, but we spent a lot of time in Banff and Calgary and in the mountains. And so as beautiful as Berlin is, we're super excited to be back in nature, unplug for a little bit, and hopefully we can make a super fun vlog with a lot of information that you can take away if you ever decide to visit here. This is my first time in France, so I'm very excited about it.
I've been to France, but never Chamonix, so I'm also super excited.
And hopefully the sound of the flowing river isn't too loud. It's just right across here. We're just trying to get to the center of town. What makes Chamonix really special is not only to location. If you look at it on the map, it's literally stone throws away from Turin, Monaco, Matterhorn, Zermatt, all these incredible places. But it was the home to the very first Winter Olympics in 1924. And me being from Calgary, who is also a host city of the Winter Olympics in 1988, it just reminds me of that Olympic Village vibes. I was very young at the time, but I still have a very clear memory of what it was like when the Olympics were in town, and I can still feel that energy here somehow. It's definitely a sporting city for sure. Now, this place though, has that extra special sauce of the French Alps. It has the Parisian style buildings and is just absolutely stunning here. The weather forecast isn't supposed to be the greatest because it's calling for a lot of rain, but the sun is peeking out here and there, so we are hoping for the best. We're also hoping that we can do a couple little road trips to some of the smaller cities outside of Chamonix and give our best finds or tips and tricks from this region so that when you decide to visit here, if you ever do, you can make the best of it. But right now we're going to continue exploring. It's just our first day in town, so we're going to discover as much as we can, and then we will continue on with the next few days. Today, we are hanging out in a little town of Annecy. Is it a city or a town?
Town, city.
Maybe, yeah. It's about 125,000 in population. It is an absolutely beautiful city from what we've seen so far, and a lot of people call it the Amsterdam of France.
Or the Venice of the Alps.
Venice of the Alps, that's even better. Like, look at it. There's all these canals, and there's all these little bridges. And it has been really beautiful. So we're going to do our best to show you around the city and just enjoy the day.
Yeah.
We just finished grabbing lunch in this really wonderful side street where they do a lot of sandwiches. I think there was like 3 vendors in a row.
Yeah.
And they were doing, ham sandwiches with what is popular in this area, which is raclette. And highly recommended if you want a quick lunch that is inexpensive but absolutely delicious. The one we recommend is what you've seen in the B-roll.
Yeah.
I didn't catch his name, but he was born
amazing.
He's amazing. Born
Trust his opinion.
And he was born and raised in Annecy, so trust what he says you should get, and I think you'll be pretty pleased. Grab a beer, sit by the canal, and it'll be a great, wonderful lunch spot. Right now, we just made it to the top of the city, and that's because here in Annecy, apparently they're really into animation. So there's a really beautiful animation museum, and we arrived just in time as all the other tourists. But from what I can tell, it looks like it's closed because they are all being turned away.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna make it in, but let's have a look at this building because it looks sensational. The city's really special because it has that old small town charm and then opens up to be like this lake town as well. And as you can see, there's all these beautiful boats all along the canal heading out to the lake. We're back in the main town of Chamonix, and today we are doing one of the main sort of tourist things, which is riding the classic train up to the top of the glacier. And what was that called? The train?
It's called Monton Vert Mer de Glace.
Yeah, Monton Vert
Mer de Glace.
Mer de Glace. And it is going to be a 37 euro ride, and a little expensive. However, the train is very Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
The hotel and the vibes in this whole entire city are very Wes Anderson. So if that's your thing, definitely do that. So we'll head onto the train, and I'll try to take some photos and show you some scenes of the glacier and the train ride itself. And hopefully it's as awesome as I think it's going to be. This is our last day here in Chamonix Mont Blanc. And so Katerina and I decided to go on a little walk in the Meadow. And I wanted to talk about the actual area that we were staying in. We are here in Chamonix Mont Blanc. However, the actual area that we're staying in is called
Les Houches.
Les Houches. It's just about a 10-minute drive outside of the main town. We just wanted to show off this beautiful, stunning area behind us. Like, this valley is absolutely incredible. I will try to put the actual coordinates for the Meadow walk up on the screen here. because everyone should definitely do it if you're in Chamonix Mont Blanc. It's beautiful. You open up to this stunning meadow with these old farmhouses, and the views are absolutely insane. So today we started with some sun, then it went into heavy rain. Oh, there's some motorcycles coming by, so I'm just gonna pause for 1 second. Then it started to rain, and then the sun came out again, which brought us some fog. And it's a great opportunity to have some stunning photos. You really feel like you're in
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. We had the beautiful opportunity to stay in Chalet Pic Rouge, hosted by our wonderful host. I highly recommend it, and I will put some of the information of the chalet. It's super quirky and budget friendly and in a wonderful, wonderful space. So we'll put all that information if you want to book the same place that we stayed at. That gives you great access to this entire valley and this entire region. So I hope you enjoyed the vlog and everything we had to share about Mont Blanc and Annecy and all those other places that we mentioned. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if you have any questions about the area or region or where to stay or what to do, leave it in the comments below. We would love to answer them for you. That's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. And as always, live passionately and stay inspired. Bye.